as major candidates for All-NBA. And then you look at them, they're two of the best two-way players. They play both ends of the floor every night, challenging your best scorers.
And Minnesota had been off to a nice start this season, a 10-8 beginning. They were a top half of the league defense, but they have been the worst defense in the NBA over these 6 from 3, 43% from the line as George misfires.
Yeah, there's no reason to force the three tonight because you know that the defense is soft. But George attempts 8 a game, all right, and he shoots in the high 30s.
Towns muscles in and finishes over Zubac.
Now look, this guy's got a great the mid-range jumper and then play with their back to the basket.
Covington pops it away. Towns gonna take it himself.
That's right. That was like an express train going through.
Leonard a little too strong. Here comes Wiggins. Towns feeds Wiggins. Wiggins a little short on the push shot. Zubac the rebound. George has 5 to account for Los Angeles' 14. Here is Towns deep in the lane, able to flip it in.
So you got to have more Towns.
Feels this Clippers team is.
Well, they have an outstanding 9-man rotation when everyone is healthy. Then when you get into the last 6 minutes, when we get to playoff time, in the last...
In this first quarter, George and Leonard both in double figures.
Remember, unline the fact that he attempts 9 a game. 9 threes a game.
Harrell, the deep catch. Can't hook it in. Towns the rebound. Here is Teague, now playing with the second unit this season for Minnesota, as Leonard is called for the...
Great for his career because he's been around a long time, and when you're the #1 guy picked in the draft, hopefully that you're going to reach your potential. He's been a little late in the development, but now he's doing this, okay? Because you have a tendency to not realize how he's pouring in the points.
Towns tried to throw it down. Second NAIA player ever to score 100. And Jarrett was joking about it as Towns misfires on a 3, said, maybe you'll go for 100. Join Wilt and J.J. Culver. Covington, catch, fire, and hit.
Well, we know this guy can be, never started him. And then when he got his opportunity, he really rewarded him.
Leonard short. Here comes Culver. Towns.
Yeah, that's it. That's
We're going to be an offensive foul as Towns turns.
Flip was a real student of the game, and more important, to communicate it to high talented guys and make them have the chemistry. Double team, nice.
This year, averaging a career high 5.3 assists thus far this season. Teague burns to the rim, can't bank it home. Towns tips it in.
Now Towns is having a great year on the offensive board. All right, he's averaging.
Covington. 5-point Clipper lead. Timberwolves have done a nice job hanging around. Towns left it short and then caught it himself. He was Leonard looking to clean it up. 1 to shoot. He's going to have to get it off. Does. Can't finish. That tip won't go from Harrell. And here comes Okogie.
Get it out now. You have to break.
And that is going to be a block. Count it. Misfires. Clippers have missed their last 9 shots.
No, that's what we just showed before about the defender playing so deep off to the screen. Every year, a contender for the 6th man of the year, Lou Williams. So they're missing 3 of their key guards.
Leonard sliding through, got fouled.
For a 7-footer a game and shoots it at 41%. And then he's right at 80 on the line.
And right on cue, there he is from deep. Wiggles through traffic, hops into a jumper, can't finish. Towns inside, couldn't either.
No, he's a bear on the offensive glass, Towns. Don't go about it. You must put a body on him.
Okogie gives it up. Covington, wow, that's deep. And off. Leonard is fouled by Towns. Towns Guarded by Zubats.
Nice.
Towns just left it a little short.
Yeah, but he went strong. But I was surprised that at that angle. No, it's kind of baffling. Okay, will you please get up and play the screener so that they cannot turn the corner and get that 10 to 12-foot jump shot?
George up, under, and in. Timeout, Minnesota.
The guy's been in the league 5 years, and now they're trying to make him a point guard at 6'7", where he's never played. So that actually, as the season goes on, will develop his game even.
Teague pedals through
nice
traffic,
pass.
leaves
Nice
it for
pass.
Towns, and on the follow puts it in.
Yeah, see, they need a guy like Teague. He's got to be in there, mainly because he can make things happen off the dribble. He can make the three, got good mid-game. But more important, once he gets in the paint, you try to cover, he'll find the free man.
Harrell was waiting for a whistle that didn't come, and so he said, all right, you're not going to.
One. And that's why I say, when it gets to be playoff time, they have a major bonus with George shooting over 90%, and then we're doing, and we're seeing that. They're staying within whatever Doc is running, in the half-court set after they run the transition game.
But also back-to-back. It is not. They have 4 full days off following this game, so a chance to clean up some of what they've dealt with on the defensive end in this recent.
And then say, how many of them were ever forced outside of 8 feet? No, they create the space, and it just looks like they're in a shooting drill.
Towns, what an athletic.
Beautiful.
A more manageable 18 as Harrell doesn't get the roll, and a chance here for Minnesota.
Okay. Now the big thing is high percentage now, high percentage shots.
Teague, look at his spin around Bell.
He's got to read it.
Teague floats it up and in.
Ever since he came in the league, he could take his man because everybody else is wide and spaced.
Leonard tried to bowl a pass to Harrell.
Come on, you got to get this now. Come on, you've been hurting them in transition.
Teague switched on Harrell.
Nice.
Teague gets around him. Yeah. Gets crushed. And Wiggins.
There's your spacing now.
Towns.
Nice.
He saw the cutter in Covington, and he just couldn't corral it.
The idea was excellent.
Leonard with a lot of space. Gets it back. Thought about the three, now takes and hits. Kawhi Leonard, a 40-point game. Both George and Leonard topping 40 tonight. As Towns answers with a three, and he has 32. Leonard throws it away.
Come on now, you have numbers here.
Towns, no. And George the rebound.
He had a 3-on-2 situation. Oh, great steal.
Clippers getting very careless with the basketball.
Are these the guys that played the first 3 quarters there for the Clippers? Or?
Doesn't feel like it. They have 6 turnovers already in the 4th as Teague misfires. Patterson the rebound. And Karl-Anthony Towns is loose ball grabbed by Okogie.
Give Minnesota credit. They're out-hustling them on the defensive glass, holding them to 1 shot.
And Towns is going to go. He is Leonard. His jumper is short. Rebound Towns.
This is incredible. They cannot make an open shot, and your key guys are getting a shot.
Towns, a three. It is good. Plus the foul.
Look at the big guy. He's got Leonard on him here.
Towns finds Wiggins, lays it in.
You know what happened? On the pass, they hit.
Looking for the cutter. Still 10 to operate.
Right back, plenty of time.
Towns off 1 leg, no. And a nice defensive stand there from the Towns. Thought about it, couldn't get his feet set. Here is Towns cutting inside. Towns tried to throw it down and took a nasty tumble.